You are onto a life-transforming experience as Pastor Prince Abah brings you God's Word with deep insights and power. God bless you.
Instead of going to the throne of grace, you worry, you murmur, you complain. You fight over things you shouldn't fight about. You nag over things you shouldn't nag about. Instead of taking it to God in prayer. Oh, because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. What a friend we have in Jesus. Oh, our sins and grief to bear. You see that? And all because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. So instead of complaining, pray. Prayer is how you get God's attention. Instead of anguishing yourself in sorrow, talk to your Father. Go on your knees. When you pray, you activate grace. Prayer is how you appeal to God. Prayer is how you move the hands of God over that matter. Prayer is how you get God involved in that matter. A prayerless man is a proud man. Anybody you see who doesn't pray is proud. That's why you're not helped. He said, come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain what? Mercy, and find grace to help in time of need. Come boldly, come in confidence, come in assurance that each time you ring heaven, there is no number busy. There's no call waiting. There's no network failure. Prayer is heaven's hotline. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying? And you don't need to run out of recharge card. Hello. It's not like Glow. You buy 200, you use it, the thing say 1 minute remaining. After 1 minute, your call card has been exhausted. Please load in only one card. Every time is one card, but it will finish. No. There's never a time you pray to your Father that they say, no, recharge your prayer before we hear you. Your card no day. No. Once you hit your knees on the ground, lift up those your hands, open your mouth, connection happens immediately. God hears. How many of you will go back to prayer? It is one of the keys for activating grace. A prayerless man will never enjoy grace. I don't care what you know. Let me tell you, I'm swimming deep in the ocean of grace. Deep, deep, deep. I'm swimming in it. This year, no time for complaining. It's time for positioning yourself and receiving things that God has given at Christ's expense. No time for complaining. No time for running around. Instead of looking for men to go and cry to, I'll rather kneel down and cry to my God. Instead of looking for uncles who cannot help you, I'll rather kneel down and call on the God of Israel who can help me. Your generation is too busy chasing the wind. That's why young men are dying anyhow, because we don't give attention to the things that matters. We're pursuing money and pursuing frivolities without God. When we go to the club, we spend hours in the name of clubbing, in the name of exciting our flesh. When it comes to the things that matters, we don't give it time. That's why your life is crumbling. Are you not tired of where you are? Are you not tired of this mess? We declared 50 days of fasting. How many of you have been taking advantage of that? To bring your matters to God and table it to Him and say, Lord, this is my issue. This is my own challenge. This is my own problem. Now I come to you in boldness and I ask for help. I ask for mercy. I ask for grace. Your governor knows how to do it. A whole governor, he goes to a project site where he's building airport, he will kneel down there. I've seen him do it. There was one night I followed his convoy past 12 a.m. I was coming back from my own site and I saw him going to whatever. I turned my car and followed him with speed. I said, I want to know where this man is going to by this time of the night. Every time in the night he's awake. 2 a.m. you see him. That's the way I am too. Most times I hit my house, it's 2 a.m. Some of you, that's when you're snoring like a dead man. That's how they called me one day to go and carry a dead man who slept and didn't wake up. May it not be your portion. You're living a life that is fiercely embattled. Some of the people you're living around with are not human beings, they are demons. There's some handshake you receive that configures something in your destiny, and yet you're still sleeping around. Instead of waking up and fighting the good fight of faith on your knees, you should be a prayer warrior. One of the things that is dying in the church today is prayer. Fine boy, so you can't pray. Big boy, you can't pray again. Yet the devil man is praying. Enemies are rising against him and they are crushed. Look at his focus, so brutal. Look at his speed and success, so brutal. You think he's going to end as a governor? I know that man is going to exit. That's a man who knows what he wants. Go every part of the state, development is going on everywhere. And then you think it's because the state has money. The man wants to build airport, he goes and lie down there and he's praying in tongues. A governor, go to his church on Sunday morning now like this. I've been around meetings where the man is, and when prayer is going, so praise session, you see him dancing. Have you seen him before? Praise, a governor. That's how David in the Bible was. A woman even rose up and fought against David, a wife of David, and said, how can a king be dancing like a baby? God said, because you said this, you are forever barren. He shut the woman's womb. Some of us are stupid big boys. I don't know where we got it from. Stupid big girls. I don't know where we got it from. We don't know how to humble ourselves at the throne of grace to find help. One man, he's building International Olympic Stadium and he's going on already. He's building International Hospital. He's going on already. He's building airport. He's going on already. He has moved this government house from here to a new site. You need to go there and see what the man is doing. Pulling down places like anything, like nothing matters. Go to the flyovers, go to, they are building all kinds of nonsense. You'll be wondering what is going on in this state. Yeah, the other governors, Azu is not a governor like him. What's going on in Abia State? It's not enough to be a governor. What is backing you up? It's not enough to be a businessman. What is backing you up? It's not enough to be a pastor. What is backing you up? I learned from that guy. I see him sometimes in some meetings function. As our prayers will be going on, they will be singing all those songs. He'll be dancing like this, like a baby. He will dance, even dance with his wife and move. I say, hey. We are doing big boys in church when worship is going on. See how the devil is using toothpick to decorate. When prayer is going on, that's how I've seen Dave. That's how he'll be doing his hand, praying like a baby. Sometimes he will be crying. He will remove his eyeglass. He will lie down. One of his lawyers at the side I went to see yesterday was telling me, he said, look, it's not about the money. He said, you're thinking we're making money. It's not about the money. It's the things I've learned. You see a big man like this man, he will come here and kneel down. See, that thing shocks me. That's what his lawyer was telling me. I said, wow, awesome. See, you come here and kneel down and be praying. There's one, they wanted money to do a project. Money was not forthcoming. This is a governor. He went to the site of the project, knelt down with his wife and his last one, put hand on the GP tank. They prayed in his suit. We're praying, Lord, please now. It was that same period, international whatever opened up. They assessed money like anyhow to do some things they are doing. If they give you governor now, you think you've achieved success. You don't know if they give you that seat, that's when you need to pray more. A man who is going up should be updating his prayer life. The higher God takes you, the more you should pray. Because he that is down fears no fall. It's he that is up that should fear crashing down. If this generation will pray, I think you will not be suffering the defeat some of you are suffering. There's too much of defeat in this generation. Too much. That's why people are fighting their fellow men. People are angry with their fellow men's success. Too much of defeat going on. These are basic things of life. People cannot access it. Why? Because of their rebellion with God. Prayerlessness. Number two things that you need to do to activate grace. Number two, humility. James chapter 4 verse 6. Humility. The first one is prayer. Lead a prayer life. In the morning, pray. The Muslims understand it. How many times do Muslims pray a day? How many times? 5 solid times. How many times does a Christian pray a day? No time. And you want God to help you. You wake up in the morning, but God. That's how your body is heavy, with your pot belly and your pot back. Everywhere is heavy. First place you're going to is pot of soup. Heavy. Or you just dash out and then you're looking for what to eat. Daily bread. Which time do you have to commune? 5 times. Muslims understand it. Christians don't know it. But you know I'm telling the truth. So I'm touching real things. That's why things are happening the way they're happening for you. Will you learn to pray? The disciples of Jesus asked him, teach us to pray. And Jesus said, men ought to pray and not to faint. And Jesus said, pray without ceasing. Men ought to pray and not to faint. The only time the devil can come and sow tares is when men sleep. He said, why men slept? The enemy came in and did what? And sowed tares. If there are tares in your field, you have been sleeping for far too long. It's time to wake up and keep watch over that God has given to you. If you have a purpose, if you have a destiny, if you have a program for your life, if you have a business, if you are a man who is in desire of destiny and greatness, you have to keep watch over that thing God has called you to. And how do you keep watch? Is by praying. Is by prayers. Okay. James chapter 4 verse 6. The second point is humility. Verse 5. I don't know why your own is like this. Go to verse 5. Do you think that the scripture said in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth to envy? Okay. Verse 6. He said, but he giveth more grace. Wherefore he said, God resisted the proud, but he does what? Gives grace unto what? The humble. So one of the keys that unlocks what? Grace is humility. Humility. Jesus was teaching the Beatitudes. One of the things he taught about is meekness. And see what he said? Blessed are the meek, for they shall do what? Inherit the earth. He said, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall do what? See God. So if you want to see God, if you want to go to heaven, just be a pure man at heart. You go to heaven. But if you like, be a pure man and be going to heaven, you won't inherit the earth without meekness. If you want to go to heaven, be a pure man at heart. You will make heaven. But if you want to inherit the earth, be a meek man. God resists the proud. Even man resists the proud. I found that even a man who is proud hates a proud man. Pride is a turn off when God sees it. The Bible talked about the things that God hates. One of it talks about is a haughty heart and a proud look. God hates pride. You're a Christian. There is no character of God in you. One of the character of God is humility and meekness. That's why Jesus taught about meekness. He said, blessed. There's a blessing for being meek. Meek men attract grace. Humble people attract grace. If you are a proud Christian, you cannot be talked to. You cannot be disciplined. You cannot be humble at heart. You can't be whatever. Forget grace. Forget grace. God is already resisting you. If the devil resists you, it's a very simple thing. We can bind him and he will take off. If God resists you, who is going to bound him? Proud. They're so proud they can't serve God. They're so proud they can't do any menial thing in the house of God. They're so proud they're not involved in anything going on in the church. They're so proud they don't respect God. They don't respect men of God. They don't respect brethren. Nothing matters to them. So proud. Discipline, correct them. Each of them to accept it in humility and learn what you are saying to them. They become proud. What is really shocking about this pride thing is that God does not need to hear your speech to know that you're proud. He just looks at you. He said he hates a haughty heart and a proud look. There's a way you look, you are proud. You know, even me, when I sit down, I'm careful even how I sit. There's a way you will sit down, you will be seen as a proud person. There's the way you talk, you'll be seen as a proud person. There's the way you carry yourself, you'll be seen as a proud person. Is there meekness in you? Is there humility in you? That's what they call a broken heart. A heart that can melt before God. Are you a man who can lie down in God's presence? Are you a man who can cry in God's presence? Or are you nothing touches you? I'm a man. That's why God is resisting you. God likes people who are broken in his house, in his presence. People who can cry before him. Childlike heart. David has it. That's why the Bible says, I have found David a man after my heart. You see Moses. That's why God could entrust him with all the things he entrusted him with. And that's why God could make him one of the greatest leaders of the Old Testament. Why? Because of meekness. The Bible says Moses was the meekest man in the whole world. So God could come down and talk to Moses face to face. God has resisted you enough because of pride. It's time to go down from your high horse. What is it you think you have that nobody has? Some of you, it's just 5,000 in your account, especially in this Ebonyi state. 5,000. Nobody can hear again. Meanwhile, there are men that have billions. You will never know. They are calm. Somebody was talking to me about Two-Face. He said, do you know why Two-Face has lasted when all his mates have gone out of the industry? A secular guy. He said the guy is over meek and humble. He said if you see Two-Face here, you will know it's Two-Face. Two-Face can walk in here with his pound slippers. The way he will be hugging you, greeting you. That's a man who has had all kinds of problems. He has 4 children out of wedlock and from 4 different women. But he's even married to one of the best women in the world. The woman is an actress. They say that woman cannot hurt Two-Face. The woman is too faithful to the core. And the woman can never do it. She loves Two-Face today. And then, yet he has had other children out of wedlock from 4 different women. Yet he has a woman who is able to bring all those children together and raise them as her own children. That's grace. Some of you, one girl's heart you break, she will shoot you, you will die. She shoot you, you will die. This one broke 4, collected children from them. Another woman came and kept it for him and is arranging the house for humility's sake. You think his mate is Davido? You think his mate is Whiskey? When Two-Face started singing, you know Two-Face started singing? Do you know the era of Plantation Boys? When he was singing with Face and Blackface? Back then in Otukpo, Benue State. You think he's a today guy? When you see him, you still see fresh, he's still relevant. He's still the Baba of Nigerian music. Two Baba. He's still relevant, still making waves everywhere. Some of his mates are nowhere. Where is Face? Where is Blackface? Where are they? Where is African China? But these were people he was singing with. Where is African China? He's gone. Where is Downfall Driver? Gone. Where is P-Square? They are fighting. So the other one has gone his way. Another one, the one is called Rude Boy now. Rude Boy. Why not Humble Boy? That's the problem with the Igbo man. Ekwe spirit. He's only amongst Igbos you see that fight. Because P-Square, they are from another state. Peter and Paul Okoye. Is that not their name? Fighting over what? Girl. Money. Nonsense. And took a whole whatever you got and scattered it. Where are they now? Past glory. But look at Two-Face. You see them from that axis, that Idoma axis. They are humble. Two-Face, you see him there. Look at what is his name, Dr. Paul Enenche. Becky, if you see them, epitome of humility. That's what I'm even teaching my wife. I say, no matter where God takes us to, serve, be very humble. Let's be respectful. Even the people we pastor, we can decide to be, but still be able to, hello ma, hello sir. Let's learn it. I even do it to some of you. Hello sir, hello ma, I do it. Sometimes, only time people will know that I'm your pastor is when they see me with a mic here. If you see us walking outside, one night I finished having a discipleship meeting with some of my pastors in the house. We left car, we left everything. We walked from Water Walks. I carried leg with them in the middle of the night by 1 o'clock because there was no light. We went to buy food. We went to Sperendo on foot. I walked with them to Sperendo. We bought fuel, carried leg again, and walked out to the house. People will say and think I'm a normal human being. They will know I'm their senior pastor. What am I teaching you? The meekness of Christ, the humility of Christ. Let's kill that spirit this year. You are fine. Keep it in your pockets. You fine, pass me. You are intelligent. It's your business. Keep it. Don't use it to be making anybody feel like you are whatever. You have money to the glory of God. Don't use it to be insulting people. Some don't appreciate it. They even come to church. Pastor finish preaching. When they go home, pride will not allow them to see that guy. That man bless my life. All they will see is nah, that church must have a late star. Man, be also you're a proud man. You're going nowhere. If you're a humble man, you go and tell that man, Daddy, thank you, sir. Hi, the things you taught me today. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You will do it. That's why I'm a man of value. I was flying back some okay, it was last year. I was flying from Lagos Sunday morning like this. I entered 7 o'clock flight to meet up with service here. A young lady met me in the plane. Okay, I was in the first class, business class, and where I was sitting was not convenient. So I tried to change the seat, and she changed it for me graciously. You need to see the attitude. And I had 3 other pastors with me in the same plane. They were in the economy. I was in the business class. So the lady served me, business class menu is different from that of economy. I know some of you don't even know what I'm saying. Business class menu, business class is a compartment in the plane that is different from the economy. So in the business class, they serve different kind of, will give you a catalog and ask you to choose what you want. So that was breakfast, it was morning, so it's breakfast. If you're a mumu and you enter for the first time, you're going to be choosing dinner, Abah and Akbu with a, no, you don't eat that in the morning. So I ticked some things that are good for breakfast, and it's as many as you want, no limitation. The lady brought it for me. Awesome. I had my few, I ate, I even took selfies, I was fine. Then the 3 people behind me, she came and told me, she said, Pastor, did you come with, I saw you with some people coming. I said, yes, I have 3 people at the economic class. In the business class, they will always close the curtain, because we are business class people, and they make us special. Those in the economy are a crowd, we in the business. So she said, where are the other people? And the shocking thing, I was the only one in the business class. We're not 2, only me. All the chairs were all mine. Thank God I was not foolish enough to test all the chairs. So she said, where are they? I said, I think 12C, 12B, 12A, you will see them there. It's okay, let me go and do. I said, ask of this person. If you ask of this name, then you identify them. She went and met them, came back and told me I've identified them. I said, oh, thank you. She prepared the same thing that those of us in the business class were served. I went and served them in the economy. She did that, my heart opened. I was like, what kind of lady is this? So you know what I did? While I was going, I put 5,000 naira in the envelope. And I slipped it into her hands. And I told her to call me. I gave her my number. No, she didn't call. She was like, no, Pastor, I didn't do that for this. I said, no, you don't understand. Your kind of heart, your humility has made me fall in love with you. So take, God bless you. And she collected it from me. Came down, journeyed back to Abakaliki. Met the service. Last week I was in the same Lagos again. I was supposed to fly back. I think that was on Thursday I came. I couldn't get a business class ticket. So I did an economy this time. So, now different airlines, they have different hostesses. And then since last year I've not seen this girl. So I entered this flight. While I was entering, lo and behold, it was the same girl again. As I say, hey, this is my Yoruba friend. And that's what's about Yorubas, they are humble. Average Yoruba man is humble. He said, hey, this is my girlfriend. I've not seen you. Where have you been? He said, I've been around. I said, I've been entering different Air Peace flights and I always look for you. How come they've been hiding you from me? He said, we change different airlines, so it depends on. So today you're lucky to see me. So I said, God bless you. I entered, and this time I was in economy, not business class. I sat down there. They brought the usual thing they give economy people. What do they give them? A pack of buns with 1 mucus and 1 small tea exotic inside. That thing, they pain. So that was what they gave me. I collected this economy now. The other people were eating food there. I sat there. Minutes into the flight, the lady came to me. This left business class, came to me with the same catalog. Pastor, what would you take? I said, no, I'm not in business class. I'm in economy. I'm okay. See my pack. I will do what the economy will do. He said, no, sir. I want to give you what the business class will. That's where you should even be said. But please, sir, what would you take? I said, oh, no, don't embarrass me. It's fine. He said, no, Pastor, I'll choose for you. It's okay, choose anything you choose. I'll take. I said, choose, jollof rice, chicken, and salad with mayonnaise and all those stuff. They usually serve it to 3. So she went, prepared it, and brought it to me. I know when I was eating, everybody in the economy was looking at me. This guy in the economy eating business class food. Only me. The lady didn't go to any, only me. What is that thing that would make her do that for me in an economy class? Is my approach to her that first day. That humility I expressed, that even as a pastor, with all my everything, I could still be grateful. Thank you. I don't take it for granted the way you served me and served my 3 pastors in the economy. Thank you. And I appreciate it. And sometimes it's not with money. It could just be with one kind word. Thank you. Thank you. Learn it. Indeed, learn it. You will go far. Thank you. Very small magic word. It can open the heart of a king. Eventually, I finished eating. I said, Lord, what do I do for her again? The last cash I had on me was 4,000 this time. I packaged it. Used the serviette to wrap it. I wish I even had more. I wanted to double it. So while I was going, I stopped at the door. I told her, I said, the last time I gave her my number, you didn't call me. Now I'll take your number. I collected her number. And I now slipped the money into her hand. She was like, Pastor, not again. That's not how I'm doing it. I said, no. I said, I don't know how not to be a person of value. I said, for value you gave me, I must give value back. Thank you, man. He said, Pastor, thank you. Thank you for being who you are. I said, and thank you much more for being the kind of person you are. God bless you. She looked at me and was like, oh my God. But now, through that lady and through my kind of relating with her, I can have access to people she knows I don't know. For instance, her CEO, her chairman, the airpiece director, I don't know him, but I love the man. Through that senior worker that I'm able to treat that nicely, I can get express connection to that man. I can get to him, invite him for my programs, do a business with him, just because of one little humility attitude. That's the same way God wants us to express it to him. If you're humble before God, you'll be humble before men. It's a natural thing. And that's one of the ways to unlock blessings. Men will love you. God will love you. People want to favor you. People want to do nice things for you. If you're proud, people will be praying for you to fall. Any day anything happens on your street and it is affecting you, maybe your house is catching fire, people will be in the house, let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Let it burn. But they know you in that street to be a humble person. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you behave, the way you greet people. Any day you are in need, people will run to your rescue. If you want to clap, clap. And then number 3, finally, spiritual covering. It's one of the ways that you can activate grace. Spiritual covering. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 5. Quickly. Then I will show you what destroys grace. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 5. Likewise, you younger ones, submit yourselves unto the elder. It is say unto the elders. It said unto what? The elder. Who is the elder? Your pastor. Anytime you see the word elder in the Bible, it's not talking about people who are ordained elder in the church, like you do it, deacons, elders, and all that. That's not it. Elder means priesthood. Elder means pastor. It says, submit yourselves unto the elder, the setsman, the spiritual authority of the house. He said, ye, all of you, be subject one to another. So you first of all submit to spiritual authority, then submit to yourselves. Agree with yourselves, cooperate with each other. What happens? And be clothed with humility. Are you seeing it? Because it takes humility to submit. He said, for God resists the proud and gives grace to the humble. So what it does is, when you are under spiritual covering, God releases grace on you. He says, submit yourself to the elder. You're a Christian, you belong to this church, and we can't account of you. I can't account of you. I can't tell of what is happening in your life. You're not submitted under authority. Even if you're not in this church, you don't have a church, you don't have a man you call a pastor, who you are submitting under, whose words you listen, whose instruction you obey, whose teachings you follow, whose steps you consume. How do you want to enjoy grace?
For the continuation of this message, please play the next track.